Hello, everybody. My name is Tim Alfredo, and welcome to DESK Unplugged, a show that focuses on English language learning in Mozambique. We promote education. Every Wednesdays at 3:30 p.m., we bring different guests on the show to talk about their life experiences, struggles, and, of course, the takeaways that comes with knowing English. Today, we are excited to learn more about our next guest's empowering story of English in professional growth. He's a man of multiple responsibilities. He's a devoted father, seasoned marketing and sales manager. He's a degree-seeking scholar, entrepreneur, basketball enthusiast, and gospel music lover. He's a proof that mastering English isn't just about grammar. It's about unlocking doors in business, leadership, and beyond. Please welcome to the show, Mr. Francisco Mazzini.
Thank you. I'm very honored to be here, and let's shut DESK Unplugged.
Well, good. Now, let's start simple. When did you realize that English wasn't just a school subject? I mean, we all have different stories as how we learned English, but when did you realize that it wasn't just a school subject and that it was something far beyond that?
The main thing that took me to learn more about English, it was because Mozambique is not an isolated country.
Okay.
It's not oblivious to the world growth. So then for business and a lot of relationships and stuff like that, we have to learn English. So then that's what started how can I say?
It gave you that drive.
Yes,
Okay.
it drove me to know more about that language.
Can you take us back to that very first moment that you came in contact with the language?
Yes. Unfortunately, here in Mozambique, they introduced English at grade
I think
8.
it's 7, 8, yeah.
Now it's 7, but
okay.
yes,
Initially, it used to be from grade 8.
Yes, and then I had some challenges because I wasn't exposed to English before.
Mm-hmm.
So then we looked after garages
Yeah.
to learn, and we started listening to songs.
Okay.
Yes, I remember that time I liked to hear hip-hop music, and I Know What You Want of Bassa Rhymes and Mariah.
Okay.
Was the one that took me to understand English.
You don't look like you are a rap enthusiast as such.
Yeah, I was.
You were. Okay.
Before I converted into Christianity.
Okay.
Yeah, I was.
So you are of the belief that rap is somehow anti-Christian?
No.
Not necessarily.
Not necessarily. Yeah.
Okay, but you just decided to make a change.
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah, now it will be another conversation, not for this.
I get that. Yeah. Now you just told me that you converted to Christianity.
Yes.
And with Christianity comes gospel music, and that's what you said that you actually.
Yes.
You are enthusiastic in terms of gospel music. You are a gospel music lover. Has that kind of music play somehow a role in your English language acquisition?
Of course, because I like to hear music from SA, gospel songs.
Could you please get closer to the microphone?
From SA, some from Nigeria, so their accent is very nice. It helps me to understand what they're saying.
So you like the Nigerian gospel singers?
Yes,
okay.
I like it.
That's very nice. Now, as a father of four, is that
Yes,
correct?
for
As a father of four, how do you encourage your children to speak English in a multilingual country, and especially home?
Funny enough, I always speak in English at home with them.
Okay.
Even
Do your kids understand you?
now they understand.
Okay.
Because it was like, if you don't get me, you won't have what you want.
Okay.
So then they have English at school. So now they're improving with their dad, because I say, if you want something like a biscuit, I'll ask me in English.
Okay. Yeah. Ask me.
Yeah.
Say it in English.
Say it in English. So they are improving their English now because of that.
That's a nice
Yes.
that's a nice tip. That's a very good strategy, I believe. Yes. And now let's talk a little bit about your professional side. I know you are into marketing and sales. Has there ever been like a moment throughout your career where knowing English has directly landed you let's say a deal, where you were able to close a deal because of the advantage of being English fluent?
Yes. Here in Mozambique, we used to say that English sells.
Okay.
And a lot of companies, big companies, I am into marketing and sales, business to business. So
Okay.
A lot of companies, of big companies, are foreign companies.
Owned company, yes.
So English plays a very important role when it comes to close deals. I had an experience with an Indian guy. You know, Indian people don't speak that very good English, so you have to know how to talk to them so that they can understand your English.
I think
And you have to-
I think it's a problem of accent, probably.
Yes, they have that problem.
It might not sound as though it's good English, but in reality, when you pay attention to
And that's
what
the
they're saying.
importance of listening lessons. You know?
Okay. Yeah.
Because you have to listen to them. They will, I don't know, they say, oh, my friend, you can borrow me something. So you have to be a good listener,
Yeah.
English listener, to understand what they're saying and to respond to them. So it's been a very big challenge for me as a marketing guy, selling things in English to different
clients.
From different cultures and accents.
Yeah, but that's the beauty. That's the beauty of like interacting with different people.
Yes,
you get to familiarize yourself with different cultures as such. Now,
although now we have Mandarin.
Okay.
Yes, that's a Chinese language.
Yeah,
that's a direct competitor to English.
To English,
yes, but English is still playing a big role in sales or in other profiles or other, how can I say it, in other kind of jobs. Yes, that's it.
You've been into this business, I believe, for over a decade, maybe, or even so. But you are not kind of sitting in your comfort zone. You are now, as I'm told, you are pursuing a degree in marketing and public relations. How much of English comprises your school subjects there? Do you have English as a subject, or are your course subjects conducted in English?
Yes, we have that technical English.
Okay.
Yes, and in that subject, we are obligated to know the formal forms of talking to people, and yeah, that's added value for us, and for me as a marketing guy, it helps me a lot.
What's something about business English that you most likely want find it in school that they don't teach in school that you think every professional in the field should know?
Yeah. Here we are taught in school, they teach us about, I remember a text about Ogopogo. Ogopogo was an animal, a mystical animal. They don't teach us technical things to go through the market or to go through the world and be professional. I think this subject that I have now in university, they should implement it on secondary school, a technical English, a formal. We have a lot of kids talking slangs, you know?
Yeah.
So I think they should introduce formal English.
It's like in the formal studies. We spend the whole of 12 years studying, like general subjects.
Yeah.
But when you get out of school and you come into the real world, then you start hearing about financial management. But they don't teach you that in school.
Entrepreneurship, financial management, and there's a lot of stuff that I think they can put it on primary school, secondary school.
Yeah, so that people can grow knowing that those things are important. And that's exactly what you encounter in the real life. Welcome back to the show. Etymology Quest, Mr. Matinho Francisco. This is a segment that tries to trace back the origins of some of the words commonly found in the English vocabulary. But these words, they kind of were borrowed from other languages or other origins and then adopted into the English language. So I'm going to ask you two of them. The first one is, let's have pajamas.
Pajamas.
Where do you think this word originally came from?
Spain, I think.
No, it's not. It's not Spain related.
Pajamas. Italian guy. It's an
Italy.
Italian.
No, it's not Italy.
Wow.
Yeah.
I think Portuguese.
No, it's not.
Definitely not.
No, it's not.
Pajamas.
Yeah.
Wow. We are always saying this word, but I don't know, Chinese never.
No, it comes from a Hindi origin.
Wow.
Yeah.
So what does it mean in that Indian?
In Hindi, it's those robes that you wear.
Okay.
Yeah.
Pajamas.
Didn't get the specific meaning of that as such. Yes. The next one is alarm. Alarm.
Alarm.
Yeah. Where do you think it comes from?
Portuguese?
No. A bit close, but no.
Spanish.
No.
What would be a bit close to
Closest
Portuguese?
to, I'm not speaking about border-wise.
Okay.
I get where you get it from. Yeah.
Okay. I don't know. Maybe Italia.
Yeah, that's
Wow.
Italy.
Alarm.
Yeah, it comes from the Italian phrase "allarme," meaning to arms, which was used to call as a call of action to take weapons and get yourself ready.
Oh, nice.
Yeah. So that was the etymology quest segment. Welcome back to the show. We are chatting here in the studio with Mr. Francisco Matinho, who is a marketing and sales representative. He's been in the business for quite some time, and he's talking about his English language learning experience. Now, Francisco, tell us what is something unique or common to Mozambican people, or maybe misconceptions, or maybe what is it that is common with the Mozambican people when it comes to the issue of learning English? What are people saying outside or on the streets?
Most of people think that English is expensive to learn.
Okay.
First of all, in a credible institution like Institut de Línguas and British Council, and it takes them to go to that garage that I spoke before. So I think that's the main difficult they find when they want to learn that English. I think that's common in all young people that want to learn English.
In your professional work, your day-by-day assignments, you most likely speak English, right?
Yes.
But that's probably not the same fate with everyone else. What is your response to people who approach you and say, "But why bother learn or speak English when this country is a Portuguese-speaking country?" What is your reaction?
The first thing I tell the person is that English sales.
Okay.
We are in a country that most investments are from people from USA, England, SA, and the decision makers in hiring people or things like that, they put it as any obligation to have you there. You have to be proficient in English in order to understand the decision makers' decisions. So I tell the people, English sales and English is very important when it comes to hire you to a role. So you have to learn English because, as I told you before, Mozambique is not oblivious to the world's growth.
Okay.
So we have to go according to the development of the world and stuff like that.
We have to move with the waves.
Yes.
Okay. That's good. That's good.
We have to move with the waves. And as I told you, although the Mandarin now is coming to challenge English, but English still is still being used to the commercial area, to all.
It's the language of business. It's the language of opportunities.
The same to French. We used to say French is a love language.
Okay.
When it comes to love, you have to know French, and when it comes to business,
that's where English comes in.
Yes.
Okay. When you look at social media, social platforms, it's full of, let's say, fast learning promises here. I mean, there are many different programs, many different propagandas, promising to teach you something or teach you a language, specifically English, in 30 days. Some of them even offering money back guarantee. What is your experience? What is your experience with that?
As you said, it's a propaganda. There's a sentence that says, contradiction gets attraction.
Okay.
So I think it's quite that it's a contradiction that attracts people. It's a propaganda. I don't think you can learn English in 30 days without practicing every day. Because as a second language or third language for you, you have to be practicing with someone.
Yeah.
Yes, you're speaking, you're listening, and with dialogues and stuff like that.
Yeah. So some of them are just some kind of unrealistic propaganda or advertisement. That's good. Well, let's have in our next segment, which is the From Blunder to Wonder. Let's have the intro. Now, Mr. Matsinyi, we are looking into that moment in your learning process where you might have made some mistakes. But of course, I would say honest mistakes, innocent mistakes, whereby you made some mistakes without knowing that you were making mistakes. I mean, it is true with everyone or anyone learning something. You will always make mistakes because you probably are in that process of trying to establish yourself. sometimes it could be through pronunciation mistakes that you make. Has that ever occurred to you that you made some mistakes in English communication where you said something that probably was out of context, but you didn't know it was not correct until later on?
I understand it.
Yeah, you figured out that, oh, I've been saying this the wrong way.
Yes, it naturally occurs to me sometimes.
Okay.
With music, USA music, I didn't know times ago. I didn't know that there is a musical English.
Okay.
Yes,
Just like poetic language.
a poetic language.
Yes.
Sometimes they say, "Is you?" When they sing, they say, "Is you the one?"
So they intentionally make some grammar mistakes.
Some grammar mistakes just to adjust the music
Okay.
and stuff like that. And I thought that was normal. And I took it from the music to my
Okay.
conversations.
All right.
And people was always laughing, like, hey, this guy, he doesn't know. But yeah, common mistakes I still make because that's not my native
Your
language.
first language, your native
Yeah.
language, yeah.
But yes, we learn by mistakes.
Has any of those mistakes maybe put you in trouble as somehow?
Not at all.
Okay. Has any of those mistakes
Thank
maybe
God.
has any of those mistakes maybe ended up in a way that you failed to conduct like a business assignment?
No. We thank God for that because
Okay.
we deal with money on sales.
Yeah,
So
because
it would be
I'm imagining a situation where you are probably replying to an email to a client, and then the client goes like, "What is it? What does he mean by this?"
Yes, of course. Yeah. Sometimes it happens, but we know how to
maneuver around,
yes,
how to
of
cover
course,
it up.
yeah. That's it.
Okay. Well, that's good. Welcome back. We are moving closer to the end of our chat here in the studio. We still have one more segment coming up, and another block of questions, of course. If you could change one thing about the way how English is promoted in Mozambique, or if you could advise maybe on how you think English should be promoted in Mozambique, what would it be?
I think the age where people are exposed to English.
Okay.
Yes. As I said before, I was exposed to English in grade 8. Oh, I was like, yeah, what's this?
It was partially late.
Yes, of course. I think they can introduce it at preschool, maybe.
Okay.
Yes, I think they can do it like that. It would be easy to the student to know the language and practice it and grow with English.
And it also help employ more English teachers.
Yes, yes, of course. That's about the government.
Okay.
Yeah, but they can do it. I think they have the capacity to do it. Yes, we have a lot of professional teachers in the garage.
Okay, those teaching in the
Those
garage.
teachers, they can be hired and paid just a little money. I don't know, and they can help them to put the kids speaking English.
Yeah, I mean they should. It shouldn't even be that they should be paid whatever is that that the government thinks you should pay them. I think they should be paid reasonably according to what the profession calls for.
I think, yeah.
Yeah.
But at preschool,
Yeah.
it will be very, very, very nice.
I do agree with you.
Yeah.
Where do you see to be the biggest opportunities for English speakers in Mozambique in the future? Where do you think would be where would the biggest opportunities be for people who probably will have mastered English by then in the future?
I think in those big projects that are coming in Cabo Delgado, that Rovuma and so on, yeah, it would be a good how can I say place to be when you know English. I think that mega projects that are being started there would be the place to be when it comes to English guys.
I know you already said that English is not your native language. So you speak Portuguese, and most likely you do speak other languages, such as our local languages.
Yes, our local here in Maputo, we speak Ronga.
You speak Ronga. So how do you keep that balance, trying to maintain your identity as a Mozambican while embracing this global language?
Sometimes it's difficult. I think you know, Tim. Sometimes.
Which one weighs more, the English or your local languages?
More difficult to manage.
No. Which one are you more like attempted to speak most of the time?
Sometimes, Tim, we think in English and we speak in Portuguese. Sometimes we think in English. And
okay.
I think English because of my daily basis work.
Okay. So you tend to think more in English, but then translate that into Portuguese
yeah.
or vice versa.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yes, that's it. But I think English is. I'm tempted to speak more English than Portuguese because of my daily.
Because of your professional engagement. Do you speak like English at church?
Yes, we praise.
Oh, praise.
Yeah, we praise sometimes sing songs of praise in English. And we have there a guy that translates to the people because we are on streaming. So then we have to translate in different languages. We have Shangana, we have English, we have French. I think very soon we will have Mandarin.
Okay. Now tell me, what is your secret that you probably have identified in terms of English language learning? What made it easy for you? Music.
Yes, Pastor Rhymes, I know what you want. Yes. It was the music that gave me that interest.
That boost.
Yes, of course. It boosted me to learn more about English. Yes. Definitely music.
So what I'm getting here is you're saying that listening is one of the, because I was going to ask you if you were to advise someone, which skill would be the most beneficial to learn first? Because studying a language or learning a language, then you have the speaking part, you have the reading, listening, and also writing. Which skill do you think is the most beneficial one to learn first?
Listening.
Listening. Okay.
Yes, it helped me, and I think it's the one that clocks.
Because I believe that through listening comes speaking. Then.
Yes.
Yeah.
Of course.
And the one.
As a Christian, the faith comes from listening.
Oh, faith comes from listening.
The Word of God.
Okay.
So I think listening is the best one.
Okay.
For beginners.
Because that empowers you with a lot of information and a lot of vocabulary.
See, you fly when you listen. You can draw the images coming from the thing that you are listening. So yeah.
So you create some mental pictures.
Yes, of course.
Of what you are listening to, the information that you're getting.
So then it drives you. It drives you to easily understand the objects and stuff like that, because you have already listened about what it is and how to manage and stuff like that.
Well, we're almost near the end of our discussion, of our conversation, but we still have one final segment. Let's call in the intro, which is the 5 fabs. Welcome back to our chat Desk Unplugged here in the studio. I'm joined by Mr. Francisco Mazzini. Well, we've just reached the final segment for the show, which is the 5 fabs. These are the 5 favorite English-related things. Your 5 favorite English-related things. And I'm going to ask you one by one. The first one being, what is your favorite English word? One word.
A word.
Yeah, a word.
Not a sentence.
Not a sentence, just a word, one word.
Love.
Love.
Yes.
Well,
yes, love. Because love is above all things.
Okay.
Yeah, when you have love, and it's only for love, Love. I like that word.
And when you read through the Bible, the word love is consistently referenced over and over and over.
So we used to say, God is love.
God is love. All we need is love.
All we need is love.
Okay.
Yes. To end all wars in the world, we need love.
Love your neighbor, love your father, your mother.
Yes.
Wow, that's beautiful. The next of your 5 favorites, it's what is your favorite English phrase or quote?
Once in a blue moon.
Once in a blue moon.
Yeah, it means very rarely.
Okay. Why does that speak to you so much?
Yes. As I was saying, it's like me. I'm very rarely to find. It's something unique. Yeah, it means something unique, and
okay,
you have to struggle to find it.
So that makes
it's once in a blue moon.
So that makes me feel like I've been very privileged.
Yes, of course.
To have you on the show. Once in a blue moon.
Yeah,
good.
Francisco.
The next of your 5 favorites. What is your favorite song or lyric? Do you have a favorite song?
I have a lot of favorite songs.
Okay, that's good.
Yes, because it depends on the season that I'm passing through. So now I would say my favorite song is "I Have a Very Big God."
Okay.
Yeah, that's.
You have a very big God.
Yeah, that's a song, a Nigerian song.
Okay, yeah, Nigerian. That's a gospel song.
Yeah, it's a gospel song.
Wow, that's good.
Yes.
The next one, that's number 4. What is your favorite, if you have one, what is your favorite English book or maybe author? Doesn't have to be just a book, but maybe the writer.
I don't know much about English
literature,
writers.
yeah.
But I'm reading Sun Tzu's book in English.
Okay.
Yeah. That's Sun Tzu's, the Sun Tzu's book.
And the final one, what is your favorite English accent?
Obviously, the Nigerian one.
The Nigerian.
The Nigerian.
Really?
I like
Okay.
them.
You love the Nigerian.
Yeah, I love the Nigerian accent.
What's so special about the Nigerian accent?
Because of their calm when they are talking. It's easy to understand.
Okay.
It's easy. But the Zimbabwean here, I think here in sub-Saharan
in the
Africa,
southern region.
we have Zimbabwe.
Okay.
I think Zimbabwe has the best English in
the region.
Yeah, in the region. But Nigeria still moves my mind when it comes to accent.
That's good.
Yes.
And that's good. But Nigerians are also influential.
Yes, yeah, they are all over the world.
Yeah.
In different areas. Yeah, yeah, Nigerian guy. I
That's
wish I would be I'd be a Nigerian.
okay. Well, that's good. So that was the 5 Fs. Welcome back, Mr. Matsing. We've now reached the end of our chat. It's been a pleasure to have you on the show, and you can come over anytime you wish. Our doors will be always open for you. Now, before we dismiss, any final thoughts? Let's say you want to send some greetings or dedication to anybody watching?
Thank you.
And this time around, maybe you might want to look at the camera just for that special message. Yeah.
I would like to say thank you. I'm honored to be here, and I'm very, very excited, and I would like to send a kiss to my loved wife and my 4 boys. Okay. That's all for now.
And what message do you have for our listeners, especially those who are in the pursuit of the mastering of English?
Please do not stop learning English. Don't give up on learning English, because English is the language of future, and that's it.
Well, thank you so much. So that was it. To our viewers, please just remember that education is a collective effort. Whether you are a teacher, you are a parent, you are a policymaker, remember that together we can change the way how education is conducted in Mozambique. Now, if you've enjoyed this episode, please don't forget to share, comment, like, and subscribe for more future episodes. This is Tim Alfredo, and you've watched Chat Desk Unplugged, and I'm going to see you next Wednesday. Stay safe and stay tuned. Ciao.